Oh, yeah. Okay, we're in. We're in. I wonder if this is normal or heroic. We'll find out, I guess. I'm Holy Priest healing this one. Dragonflight Holy Priest healing. Pog. We're getting one in for the day. Oh, raid style party frames. Quick. Raid profiles. Raid style party frames. Make them bigger. Very important for healing. And then issue reporter over here. We got two. Look at this. Only one. Hey, it's up Athena. Woo! It's only one. One thing. We've got a DPS priest who's logging. Yeah, we're going. I do not have. Here, I'm gonna mess around and grab nameplates. I think at least for always show. Always show. I bet I can spend mana pretty indiscriminately. And I'm going to throw down Renew early because of my talents that make me heal 10% more to targets with Renew. So I'm going to actually be putting that on my tank. Auto loot, good. And then I want, I'm not going to worry too much about friendly names, or friendly unit bars. What am I talking about? Nameplates. I'm not going to worry about friendly nameplates. For an evoker, I think they're really important because you're aiming things and you want to aim them at the people that are injured. So normally I do play with friendly nameplates on, but just for the sake of visual clutter, I think that I'm going to try and do it without doing that on alpha here. We are in heroic. We are in heroic. This is the harder version of it. I have not done heroic yet. I've so far only done normals. So we're gonna learn and experience this together. My light well, which I have spec'd into, is a 3-minute cooldown. So I want to make sure that I'm gonna have it up for boss fights. No more precasting fly flash heals. Yeah. Crazy changes to holy. Yeah, flash concentration is not on the talent tree, so we're no longer using that form of healing, that style of healing. It's a little bit more flexible now. You've got a couple more buttons. I am not spec'd into the new button Divine Word, but I am spec'd into Holy Word Life. Woo! You have, it seems, a few fewer. A few fewer. Here, let's PI somebody, or is it off cooldown? No, it's off cooldown. Fewer instant casts. No, I'm expecting to circle of healing. Here, just for fun. Let's throw it in the Lightwell. Lightwell should automatically heal people if they go below half. Okay, that was a waste of time. It'll automatically heal people that both run near it and go below half. We'll cast a better Lightwell after this. So you need to put it pretty tight to melee, or to whatever group of people is injured. And then it's a good button, or it feels like it's going to be stronger in emergencies. But I'm anticipating emergencies to be happening quickly. Holy Word Life I just used. Holy Word Life is an instant cast heal, but it is a it'll hurt you, and it'll heal more if you can hit it on somebody that's below 20. I want percentages on these frames, and I know I can do that. Because the health percentage seems like it's going to be genuinely quite important. So, let me see. Health percentage. Good. Perfect. Okay. Because that's relevant. It's a fun game of Okay, here we go. Thank you for waiting. I'm here. Owie. You'd think I would know these bosses by now. I've done them a few times, but don't expect much from me. Blazing charge is aimed at somebody. Oh, and it's over. Okay. I don't have my Angelic Feather macroed right now, so I have to cast it manually. Anyone else digging the no add-ons feel? Yeah, it's nice. Here, let's move this a little bit. It's super nice. If Dracthyr can soar, why can't Demon Hunters? The mammoth has tentacles. Lava mammoths. Yeah, they're kind of neat. I really don't want to let down these people that have been waiting for their dungeon queue for a while. So the chains, burning chains, can trip enemies. Oh yeah, so the next boss is the one with the chains, I think. So the one where we are... we're going to get marked with chains. We can't break them, but we can... Well, maybe we can break them. But you don't want to trip your allies, but you do want to trip the boss. You want to run the chain basically into the boss, I think. That's what I was getting from chat last time I was in this dungeon. Started using your TSM gold making guides to get gold in preparation for Dragonflight. I hope it goes well. Yeah, no, I haven't tried evoker damage in dungeons yet. I'm scared of the DPS queue. I'm scared of DPS queuing. Holy Priest feels fine. It feels good. It feels very much like it has, honestly. It feels like Holy Priest did in the first season of Shadowlands when I was healing Nathria with Harmonious Apparatus, and it was just about regular cooldown reduction. The new buttons. I guess I'm not spec'd into Divine Word. I spec'd into Lightwell, which I'm using I want to make sure I have it up for emergency bosses. We'll see how it feels on a boss that's actually, because I feel like some of these bosses are going to genuinely cause us a bit of trouble. I don't seem to have any mana concerns at all. It seems like that mana talent that gives you 30% of your mana back whenever your ripple goes off, your cosmic ripple, when Serenity or Sanctify finish their cooldown. Kind of crazy overpowered. Not complaining. I don't want to have to worry about mana, but it means that there's no good incentive for me to be casting heal instead of flash heal. Although I still do it because I'm used to it. I don't have an interrupt, which is something that I had on my Dracthyr healer. Dracthyr healers, if they want, can spec into Quell, which is their ranged kick in the regular Dracthyr tree, the Evoker tree. And Holy Priest doesn't get that. Silence is on the Shadow Priest tree, so Holy cannot, to my knowledge anyway, take a... Okay, so this is the Chains boss. I want to lay down a Lightwell, but I want to be very careful with where I put it and put it near... So first Grinding Spear is over there. So you get to... The spear goes down, and then there's the chain, run into the boss, and he takes damage. Okay. You guys are good at this. You guys are really good at this. I feel like I'm behind at learning the new dungeons. They're not even out yet. Dragon Strike. On me. And now I am bleeding. Owie. Spear's going out over there. And then the chain goes between the spear and the player. So here, let's throw down the well. It's only going to heal people if they go below half, though. I thought this was going to be tougher. That's good, though. Preservation was really fun, yeah. How squishy? Felt bad, such a bad time the first season Shadowlands. I mean, we are being scaled. We've been scaled up to level 70. There is a buff that is given us... What does it say? Item level scaled to 313. for the sake of testing dungeons, so it's tough to say. I will say that if you're just talking about like questing and feeling squishy when out questing in the world, that is going to be not as bad because there's a really great talent, especially for Shadow Priest, although I think anybody could take it, that makes Mind Blast cancel. Ooh, I got picked up. I got picked up from school. I've never been flown with me before. I've only ever done the thing. I've never had it done to me. That's great. But yeah, I felt squishy in Shadowlands as a Holy Priest for like the entire expansion. I don't feel super squishy right now, but we're not even doing mythics. So it's a bit tough to say, but I do think you have a few more durability talents that you can choose to take. Whether I took them, yeah, no, I don't have translucent image. I don't know if I did my spec right. Oh, I see. We have aggro. The HP percentage showing up in raid frames. Yeah, that's an option that I'm pretty sure you can turn on in live. That's one thing that's been kind of fun to discover is I'll stream Dragonflight Alpha without add-ons, and we'll set up our UI in a certain way, and people will come in and be like, wow, this thing's really cool. You can do this by default now, and they're things that are already in regular WoW. Maybe there's a need for a video. I mean, it's too late. The Dragonflight's gonna come out, but like, there's lots of these things that are not, that, you know, you can do them already without add-ons. In Shadowlands, like right now. You could go do keys like this very moment. Same thing with default no over. Yeah, they haven't given us all the talent points, but it's a bit odd because I am scaled up to 70. They just haven't scaled us with the talent points, I guess. I don't know. What? Scooch out of that. I don't know if my current playstyle is correct. What I'm doing is I'm casting a reasonable amount of a reasonable amount of renew because I have a couple of talents that like improve it. And it just seems like a nice, easy, pretty inexpensive instant cast thing to do while I'm moving that can fix people while we're like on the run, because everything else I can do for the most part feels kind of like, ooh, thank you. Feels like we're moving. All right. So I can dispel that. This isn't helping me make my decision at all. All this is telling me is that Holy Priest feels good and it's still comfy. It hasn't changed. I guess if I like hated it, then that would be a point in favor of Evoker, but I don't know, this feels good. It's also just one version of the talent tree. I'm just kind of guessing with talents. I'm just making up and trying out things that look fun. If I want to save you, yeah, that'll work. I still haven't gotten a good chance to use Holy Word Life yet either. I went all the way to the bottom of this tree to get Holy Word Life. It's a 30-second cooldown. It's kind of like the polar opposite of Shadow Word Death. And it's, also speaking of Shadow Word Death, is that on my bar? There we go. It's kind of the opposite of Shadow Word Death. And it's really most effective if you can hit it on somebody that is below 20%, but I'm not really ready to play that much chicken. I'm not really prepared to let somebody hit 20% just so that I can check to see how sick it feels to hit him with Holy Word Life. Hope Disc comes back. Played it on live, but felt harder, especially in pug groups. Do it for science. Oh man. I mean, it might come to it in some of these fights. I want to say the Forge Master is a fight that even on normal has caused wiping. And below 20. Okay, that's terrible. It healed them a little tiny bit. It healed them a little bit. I fixed them now. Science testing, thank you. Yeah, that was underwhelming. That was not a life-saving heal. I hit him with it, and it should be doing 150% more healing than 7,681. But we have a base amount of 145k health, so it would have been like, what? 15k? Maybe. 10% health from Holy Word Life, and that's if you're hitting it under 20%, which is a pretty low thing. So I think that they need to buff that. I think that if they want that to be a viable end of talent thing, then those numbers need a little bit of adjusting, because that was not the oh wow that I thought it was going to be. It was not the Hail Mary that we deserved. You know what's good though is Sanctify still feels awesome. Or not Sanctify, Serenity. Big blue button continues to be big and blue and very effective. They did not get rid of PI in Dragonflight. If anything, they put Twins of the Sun Priestess, the effect that lets you get PI in both yourself and another player, in the talent tree in a pretty easily accessible place. So I can PI somebody and then get PI myself, and I didn't have to like make big sacrifices in my talent tree in order to do that. I'm a big fan of that, because I always PI other people. Almost always. If we're in dungeons and I'm healing, I will only ever PI myself if it's like a dire emergency. So, I was speaking PI. So here's the raid damage. So watch out for me. It's gonna come out from me, and it's gonna be in like a nice big X pattern. Him still works. Him's still good. Yeah, raid style party frames. If anybody learned something today, and it was that they can use raid style party frames in Live WoW, that is the biggest gift that I can give you for the year. I don't even use a healing, like an add-on for this. I've been using default frames for raid and key healing for expansions, and it works real good. I've been really happy with it. That's not to say that I don't use any other add-ons for more information. On Live, I will have big debuffs. I will have ability team tracker to give me more details on things like the exact... That is one thing that's a bit limited here, is it won't show you on your frames like every debuff that somebody's been hit with, but it does a pretty good job of prioritizing them. Frames help see what you can decurse and stuff. Yeah, so there's an option in them where you can say display debuffs, and then you can choose to only display dispellable debuffs if you want, and it'll only show you the ones that you can personally do something about, which is useful sometimes. So if you want it to do that, it'll also, there's a little icon that shows when it's a little purple one if it's a magic debuff you can dispel. I'm a priest, so I'm able to also take off diseases. I don't think there's diseases in this dungeon, but if there was, you would see them with its own little icon. Yeah, not good as a healer. Some debuffs tell people how much damage they're going to take. And I don't think I use that setting, but if somebody was brand new and they were feeling overwhelmed with how they were brand new and they were feeling overwhelmed with trying to manage their UI and how much information they're getting from it, having it narrowed down to only the things that you can personally remove is a nice, easy thing if somebody's practicing their dispels. Especially if you don't want to use add-ons right away. I like having big debuffs will make add-ons that I can remove very, very big and noticeable, and then it will also show you other debuffs, but it will it'll do that in a more relaxed way. All right, there's a lot of PI going on. Everybody's got power infusion. This is the last boss, so I'm just gonna throw down a light well just in case. Can I fear it? I can fear it. There we go. Yeah, they crushed that. They did that really, really fast. Any loot? Fury Forge plating. Let's see if they have... Oh, thanks. any interest in running the other one, because with a full group of 5, we could go straight into it if they wanted. Dungeon Finder. I mean, yeah, heroic gold one. There we go. I'm in your group. Hi, Hazel. Hello. I've been giving you power infusion. Yeah, here's the talent tree that I've been using so far. I guess if I got to change it, I would... No, you can't change it unless you're in a rest area. Yeah, I'm just going to run right in. If I was going to change it, I would mess around a little bit more with Divine Word, but I've had a chance to use it. It seems good. Honestly, in a dungeon, you're going to want Apotheosis and Divine Word. I'm just being silly. If you had extra talent points and you didn't need those things and you thought you can get by without them, then you could go into like Imperial Blaze and do more damage if you wanted. I think it's hilarious that you can make a DPS Holy Priest spec. So like you're doing keys, but you're so cracked that it's going to be easy and you're not worried about it at all. You can build out like a talent spec of like, I'm so good at this game, I don't need healing cooldowns, I can keep you guys alive with anything. And then you can spec into like all of this crazy like smite and smite damage and stuff like that. Speaking of which, wasn't really using my holy Nova, despite the fact that I have some talents that should have improved it in some way. Oh, we can change talents at the start of dungeons? Really? Okay. Or just like in here. Because like I just want to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apply. There we go. And then we'll throw this on the bar instead of that. I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Here we go! Oh no! Okay. It's fine. It's fine. The thing with Divine Word, it's a new Holy Priest button, and what it does is it's going to empower your next Holy Word, so your Serenity, Sanctify, or Chastise, and then depending on which one you use, it's going to give you a little chakra style buff. So if you use it on the single target heal, it's going to make your flash heal and renew heal for more crit and cost less mana. If you use it on Sanctify, the AoE heal, it's going to leave a healing patch on the ground. And if you use it on Chastise, then, I don't know, damagey stuff. Increased damage, and Smite has a chance to apply Holy Fire. So you can kind of use that. It's a 1-minute cooldown. You can use it quite flexibly to decide when, what kind of healing you want to specialize in for that particular set of 10 seconds. The trouble is that you want it to be off cooldown at the same time that you have a Holy Word available. I feel like when I have Serenity up, I'm usually just chucking it. Yeah, if I have Serenity up, I'm usually just chucking it to try to catch up. This seems like it hurts more. This seems like this trash all hurts more. Oh, you know what? I didn't have my renew up. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I'm going to start just pressing Holy Word Life and not worry about it being below a certain. So we use the word, and now I have cheaper Serenity, or cheaper flash heals, cheaper heals, cheaper renew, and a greater chance to crit on all of them. For a few seconds, and it just ended now. My native resolution is 3840 by 2160. 4K. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna make us break out the buttons a little bit more. I wonder if I'll regret being not spec'd into not spec'd into Apotheosis. We'll find out. Because Apotheosis would be a good fit with Divine Word because it lets you reset your cooldowns. So if you're in that emergency, if you're like, man, I have Divine Word up, I need to do some big healing, but I just used my Serenity. Cough me coming up soon. So this is actually a boss fight. These are the dwarves. This dungeon has 5 bosses, but like some dungeons that have a lot of bosses, some of them feel a little bit less like a big deal. You know, they feel a little bit more just casual. Not so tough. There's the boat. Longboat raid coming in. He's on the boat. Oh, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Just run. Hoo hoo hoo. There is not a lot of floor left. appear to be more like actual dungeons and not mini raids. What dungeons would you qualify as being mini raids? The human eye can't perceive 4K. Well, I can tell you that it looks better than 1080 to me. It's also yeah, I'm not even gonna take that one. DOS has a raid style boss. Not sure if that's what they mean. What is a raid style? Hang on a second. What's a raid style boss? Ooh. And now I have my cooldown. I don't know what's hurting so bad, but it's dire. Oh, I stepped in it. I stepped in it. Whoops, a daisy dude. Spirit of Redemption still works. I was just checking. I think it's the ground effect. And I'm up. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable in Holy Priest just because these are the spells that I'm used to. It's a little bit different than Shadowlands because it's not flash concentration, but at the core of it, everything works the way you expect it to. Spicy trash! Yeah, we're bug testing the death mechanics. Exactly. You guys get it. You guys understand. Yeah. See, now that I've spec'd out of Lightwell because I didn't get any use out of Lightwell in the last dungeon, I'm actually gonna need it in this one. The last dungeon was so unspicy that I was like, you know what? No one's ever going below half health. We're not gonna need this. And then now we're gonna like absolutely and for sure need it. Nope. That was not fast enough. I would be nervous about doing this on an evoker because it's just so tough to deal with emergencies when you're not used to your buttons. You need a little bit of that muscle memory. And I'm not saying, and obviously you can get this in evoker if you play it enough, but you want a little bit of that muscle memory where like your body remembers what the buttons do. You do not have a battle res on evokers. Evokers do not have a battle res. Insta-kill totem does big damn. Yes, true. Absolutely true. Guaranteed. I'm going to use my my Shadow Fiend on this one. Are there any other buttons that I've been trying to use that I haven't? This is Bromac. And this fight is dangerous. This fight is really tough. I probably should have saved my PI for when I needed the damage. So there's ads. Ads. There's the totem. That's gonna hurt really bad. But good job killing the totem. That's important. We've lived so far. Off to a good start. Oh, I'm stressed. I'm nervous. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. New Quaking Totem. So that's him. That's helping. Get out of that. Save yourself first. You can't save others if you can't save yourself. Oh, we did it! I was nervous about that one. Oh, yeah. You get a general res. You get an AoE res or a single target res as Evoker. It's called Return. It's got kind of like a bronze sandy looking cast time. so we are two bosses in. I will absolutely finish this dungeon. I will have to run like right away when I'm done this dungeon. But PI. That was so much single target damage. You know what I needed to do is I needed to word Serenity earlier. There we go. Here, this is what return looks like. Save someone that's falling into a hole. So sort of, but what you need to be able to do in order to use Fly With Me is you need to be in line of sight of the ground. So as long as you can cast the ground reticle, your evoker will fly to basically anywhere and pick them up and then bring them back to that ground reticle. So yeah, but you're gonna have to be really fast. They've remade this dungeon, yes. They did not get rid of mass res. We all have mass res on all healers. The same way as before. It's called mass return if you are an evoker. I don't know if you can do Torcast on one. I understand that may be sarcasm, but somebody in general chat in alpha was talking about how they really hope that they kept Torghast relevant and that it was a really cool game mode and that that it would be a shame if they didn't bring it forward. And part of me kind of agrees because I love Torghast, but also I never expected to see that take on alpha. All right, third boss. Let's go. I do not have my cooldown for PI up yet, so I just want to be careful. There are some AoEs. I don't know if renew blanketing is going to be the thing. I need Jack to tell me. It does seem like if you're like if you're doing single target, then it's helpful. Which feels good. It felt kind of weird to have renew be like a mistake of a button. So I think the orbs. Oh no, those are his orbs. These things will give you the round ones will give you haste, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Oh, I'm pretty sure the round ones give you haste. Not the ones with the circle on the bottom. Copy and paste Binding of Isaac stuff, go wild with powers. I would argue that they did go wild with powers. There are some classes that can do some bonkers things in Torghast. I have a bad habit of using Serenity when I should have done a Divine Word Serenity, because I only really want to use Divine Word for Serenity, so now I have to get Serenity back if I want to do that. Here, we'll throw that down. So now I'm doing 10% more. And then Divine Word and Serenity. And now I can be spamming. If this looks harder than the Evoker healing, it's just because we're doing heroics. Now my Evoker, I mostly did normals, or I only did normals. So that's why. This Heroic Ultimate seems to be the toughest tuned dungeon on Alpha available so far at present. So it looks like you get kind of like 1, maybe 2 non-divine worded buttons, assuming that you wanted to go for the same one. Two dungeons up on Alpha. This one, which is the redone Uldaman dungeon, and then Neltheris. And when I say redone, like the bosses are all basically completely brand new, more or less. The dwarves were in the first one, but they were friendly to Alliance. I never fought them. So now the next time that I get a Serenity up, I want to use Divine Word first. Looks harder, but you're less panicky. Yeah, I'm much comfier on Holy Priest. Is it as fun, though? I don't know if it's as fun. I mean, fun's completely subjective. Is AoE healing good? You've got I mean, sort of. It's a bit tough. I mean, you know what it is I haven't been using. I should try, next time we're under Big AoE heals, I should try to use more Prayer of Healing. I am a little bit still in Shadowlands. I am in Shadowlands Healing Brain. That's what I was trying to say there. And in Shadowlands, I think I've used, Shadowbrains. I've got Shadowbrains. Oh no. Oh dear. I've got problems. I appreciate the off healing. You never use Prayer of Healing. You never really use Prayer of Healing. It was a weird outlier case if you were casting Prayer of Healing in Shadowlands. Because it was so expensive and it's just not as effective as Flash Concentration. But without Flash Concentration, and also with all of this free mana from this Cosmic Ripple talent, maybe I should look into it. It's 12.5k mana, but it does heal everybody. It might be better than spamming Flash Heal. So you and 4 for 5, so 5, 25. Yeah, no, it is. If everybody's damaged, it is just genuinely much better use of your time and mana than Flash Heal, if assuming everybody is in fact damaged. Activate Keepers. Oh, this one has laser beams, and it also has orbs to dodge. So we want to really watch out. Don't be in that. And then there's the beams coming. And we're going to be running in a circle. We're going to be running in a ring. Especially because your mastery will be continuing to heal things sort of for you when you cast it. Let's see. Am I hitting everybody with this? Sort of. What does this do? Ow. Hurts. Whatever is happening, it hurts very much. Oh, that's gonna hurt more too. Here, let's just do a. Oh, get out of that, out of that, out of that. And then you can see where the beam's gonna come in. And unfortunately, I have, and they're gonna be running this way. So what I need to do is I need to run actually back towards the back beam to see if I can get in range of them, because I'm at a range. I can't run through the beam. The beam will kill you. It will 100% cause murder. Whew! I just wanted to, I just wanted to get a prayer of mending bouncing around over there. You don't want to end up on the wrong side of the beam like me. This is a bad planning problem for me. That was my bad. Searing Clap as a frontal. Owie, that hurts. Don't stand in those. Do not stand in those. They will chase you. Okay. Okay. Whew. We did it. Go team. One boss left. That boss is tough though. I've wiped to that boss before. Gonna miss Flash Concentration. I mean, I'm gonna miss the meowing weak aura. I might need to like get another cat or something, but I don't miss babysitting the buff. I enjoyed how powerful it was. I liked the variety that it provided, but I am looking forward to being able to heal on a more kind of priority-based system where you get to use more of your buttons, where you get to, you know, have it actually be worth it to cast some things that we haven't cast in a long time, like Renew and like Prayer of Mending. And I am excited that I don't have to spend the rest of my life being like, am I going to drop my stacks? Am I going to drop my stacks? Oh no, my stacks! You know, it's like juggling for 2 years, and then you finally graduate school and you take the book bag off and you're like, oh yeah, I have back pain now. Oh, I should have used Divine Word for that. Sometimes I use cooldowns at the very ends of packs. I am guilty of tunnel visioning health bars a little bit and not looking at the context of the overall fight, but it's okay. Guardian Spirit, I'm talented in, so it'll only be a 1 minute cooldown because it did not act like, you know, consume. And honestly, with Twins of the Sun Priestess, your Power Infusion now becomes a healing cooldown. Because you can chuck it on literally anybody, and then it'll also activate on you. You don't have to worry about not... yeah, it's a lot of apparitions. You don't have to worry about not, you know, gifting it to a DPS, but then when you have Power Infusion, obviously you're much better at healing. I've actually, in the last couple tries, when my tank is in danger and I'm very afraid of their imminent death, I've been Power Infusing my tank, because I figure maybe that'll let them Blood Strike more, Death Strike more or something. I don't know. Logic. Oh, those Thunderclaps are going to be bad. This is where we're going to wish that we had... Here. Before Holy Priest became tank healers, they were raid healers first. There we go. It works. You just have to press the button. Still have Symbol of Hope, or at least I'm still spec'd into it. Some things don't change. I'm still so used to spamming flash heals instead of palms or prayer of healings, though. I need to get on this side of the thing so I can be in line of sight of everybody. See, this is the dungeon where it would have been real great to have... Yeah, those thunderclaps are dangerous. Oh, a Lightwell would be doing work right now. Man, as soon as you think you don't need it anymore, all of a sudden it turns out you do. Oh, thank you. This is the last boss. Yeah, I'm excited to play around with lots of different talent builds. It'll be fun when Dragonflight's actually out, and you can just kind of do what it has many dungeons as you want. Like, you can just kind of queue and get, like, faster queues for dungeons, because it'll be, you know, a released expansion and stuff. Infinite Agents. I don't remember this fight, which must mean it couldn't have been that hard on Alpha. I do have a couple abilities that can interrupt casts. I can Fear, I can Chastise, Stun. I just haven't been doing so. Oh, you know what? This isn't the boss. I thought that was the boss. It was just a pack of trash. It's a good thing I didn't blow all my cooldowns. I'm silly. Abdul with 10,000 bits out of nowhere. Thank you so much. Huge. Pog, so many. And 50 gift subs. And 50 gift subs. Holy smokes. I say this every time, but are you sure? I hope you've been well. Haven't seen you around in a bit. Massive gift parse indeed. 50 gift subs. We got a whole lot more acorn squirrels around here now. Was that technically the boss? Oh, did he run away? That's what confused me. He was there. Yeah, because he looked orange. Going into the house fund. Exactly. Precisely. I'm saving up all my pennies. Congrats to those who picked him up. Thank you so much. That's huge. That's incredibly generous. Sure. Appreciate it, man. So, last boss. Let's see what mechanics we got. Chronolord Deus. I love that. This is why I need evokers in the game. I don't have to play one. I just need a bunch of them in my raid and in my dungeon group so they can pick me up when I fall behind because I'm slow. There are logs for these runs. The priest said that they were logging them, so they should be up somewhere. I couldn't tell you how to find them, but if you're experienced at that kind of thing, what is that debuff going to do? Triggers a time eruption on removal. Well, I removed one. Oh, you know what? I bet that's a stagger thing. Or maybe it's putting down ground stuff, perhaps. So I take it off of Apathena, and then it puts down, yeah, it puts down a ground swirl that then becomes, it's just it looks like it's just damage. Rewind, time flow. Should I not be in front of the big dragon? Should I be to the side? Oh, there we go. There's the front of the cone. Let's hit him, shall we? That'll pick everybody up, more or less. Oh, it's funny. Leap of Faith is triggered by that. Evokers have a cooldown that gives everybody like a free use of their movement cooldown, and it gives you a free Leap of Faith, or like an off cooldown use of it. I want to hold for just a second on. There we go. We did it. I don't know if Legion dungeons are soloable. They should be once we get our gear, though. It would stand to reason that they should be. Don't stand behind the dragon either. Yeah, true. True. Dragon flanks. Run to a specific spot, drop them, and save space. Yeah. Yeah, Uldaman was a vanilla dungeon. It's been very much redone. The visuals look new. The bosses are all new. Thank you so much for the group. That was awesome. It was awesome. Okay. I'm going to cheer. I'm going to leave and wrap up my stream and log off because I have some people waiting for me. I will be back tomorrow morning. We've got a Sunday morning stream. We can do more alpha if we want, or we can, we'll find something to do. I'll be here, same time, same place. But then I'm gone Monday and Tuesday. I'm visiting more family on Tuesday, so I'm gonna have like 2 days off in a row. It's gonna be wild. Or straight. What if we vote on it? What if we vote tomorrow morning? I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.